G'day guys, my name is Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity, and today we are reacting to Australia bans the word mate. Why would Australia ban the word mate? I have no idea. But this video is requested to us by Bushy. Again, 2 days in a row. Shout out. Keep it up, Bushy. We appreciate the support. Guys, if you want to shout out like Bushy gets almost every time we do an Australian video, which is almost every day now. It is every day now.
Yeah, I was
then the link in our description, it'll take you over to our Discord. You can throw the links to the videos you want us to react to in there, and you get a shout out. But Bushy, again, thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. You and your wife, you guys both watch our videos, so that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So I wanted to do this video. This was requested to us, I think right after it was posted by Buttsman, Isaac Butterfield.
I was like, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I was reading it, Buttsmarn, but I'm trying to think of Isaac Butterfield. It was posted, so we were recommended it like the day after he posted it.
Correct.
And Fez was like, no, we're not doing it. People are gonna think we're just on his fucking bandwagon.
Which we are.
We are, because we like him.
But we want him to get his views because the views are hot right when the video launches. So that would be kind of just
trying to steal
content from him. Like, we already borrow his content, but I mean, we react to it. We follow all the legal rules and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to affect his viewership.
As Isaac says, we want to be a good motherfucker. Yeah, it's actually right there. Yeah. With that being said, though, guys, before we hop into this video, if you would go ahead and give us a thumbs up, it truly helps us out in getting these videos out to more people. Also, if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell notification so you can get notified whenever we post our next videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more and get an exclusive YouTube short shout out, click that join button down below. So let us hop in. Let us just hop into this video.
Let's just go crazy. Let's go crazy.
Let's just get wild.
Let's just have some fun.
Alright, yeah, that's not fun anymore. Okay, watch the video.
Let's go do it.
G'day, you good motherfuckers. The Buttsman here, and something strange is happening in the land.
What did you just do?
So he put out a video. I don't know if it was today's video, but he covers the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial.
Buttsman for
it's
Prime
awesome.
Minister.
Go watch it. He actually is kind of serious in that video. So I like how he kind of took his serious opinion and kind of meshed it with a comedy.
Yeah.
It worked well, but you could also tell certain things bothered him and certain things need to be pointed out that he kind of wanted to point out. So that's one thing I like about this guy. He's funny, but he has said things that are very true or very serious, but he keeps it lighthearted.
Well, most of the stuff he
like I said, he reminds me of a Jim Jeffries.
Well, most of the stuff he says is true. It's
based off of something, yeah.
It's just shitty.
Yeah.
It hurts people's feelings.
Man here, and something strange is happening in the land of Australia. Some horrible shit's going down, all right? Starting with this, ladies and gentlemen, a private school, a prestigious private school for boys that costs $40,000 a year just to go to, has banned laptops because apparently the boys couldn't stop watching porn in class.
and online gambling. Like, what the fuck what are you kids doing?
I bet you it's a religious school too. On top of that,
it's probably some Catholic school or Christian school.
Because apparently the boys couldn't stop watching.
Well, they're being taught by their
class.
leaders.
Apparently, online gambling had something to do with it as well. But can I just say this: banning laptops because of pornography is disgraceful, disgusting, and that schools should be ashamed of themselves. The whole reason laptops... Wait. The internet was invented was for porn. If you argue anything else, you're a fucking idiot. You know what really got me about this story? Because I saw it all over news.com and the Daily Mail was this. The biggest tattletale, dibber-dobbers wear nappy, the best example of someone telling on other students of all time. And it's this guy, this fucking nerd. A former student who graduated from Shaw School, that's the school I'm referring to, last year, reportedly penned an article for the school's newsletter.
This school is pissed after watching this video.
Hell yeah.
Jeez. What a fucking pussy killer. Leave some pussy for the rest of us, please. Elaborating on just how frequent laptop misuse, I would argue proper use, amongst his peers was. Students are gambling, gaming, scrolling through social media, watching Netflix, purchasing things on eBay.
That's crossing the line.
Bruh.
Don't buy shit.
Buy new. Spend a whole lot more money.
Video conferencing with their friends and viewing pornography, all while their teachers are addressing them. I am 5 weeks out from my trial HSC in one of the top classes, and this is still happening every day. Oh my fucking God! I didn't know Ralph Wiggum went to fucking Shaw High School, you big fat virgin. Now, I'll tell you what, that story's a bit bullshit. I don't really care. These kids are getting $40,000 a year tuition fees paid for by their rich parents. So who gives a fuck about them? But you know what I do give a fuck about? Australia banning the word mate because it's not inclusive enough. But first, this video is brought to you by an amazing sponsor, Crush Organics. All
right, guys, if you want Crush Organics, go ahead and just check them out.
G'day, you good motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck.
Because of
We'll get past Crush Organics in a second.
Did you go the wrong direction?
I clicked the down button.
Reportedly kill miss
Damn, how far were we? Don't click off the video. It's going to get really good. I promise.
You're only moving 5 seconds at a time, bro.
Love them. Their collection of oils are Sunlight Oil, the broad
We'll just skip all this out of the video.
Dime, like bath bombs and moving. Their products can very long time. And today, the discount code
all right, we're good.
Madness.
He's already at the discount
exactly
code.
like that, and it will get you 45% off.
That's
yes,
madness,
45%.
bro.
Go and check out the link down below. It's in the description and
You
the
guys
top
want
comment, ladies and gentlemen, and support those who support us. This story means a lot to me because I'm a proud Australian, and the word mate is about as Australian as a kangaroo dipping its cock in a hot meat pie and then cooling it down by re-dipping it in a cold jar of Vegemite. That's pretty bloody Australian.
Wow.
I use the word mate every single day. Hey mate, g'day mate, what's doing mate? Too easy mate, no worries mate. Every single time I talk to anyone, I drop the word mate. If I forget someone's name, hello mate. How easy is that? It is beautiful, it is Australian, it is ours. And yet, some grubs out there want it gone.
Alcohol, office banter, and even the word mate could be banned inside New South Wales Parliament, and some ministers aren't happy about it.
How do you ban a word?
I mean, they do it all the time in school.
Yeah,
Can't say fuck.
But what happens if you say it?
You get a consequence, a negative consequence. So just like freedom of speech, just because you can say anything you want,
Just because you have the freedom to say it does not mean that there's freedom behind it.
Right, but you can deal with the consequences that come from it.
If there's consequences, then it's not free.
No, you have free speech. Go to your job, go up to your boss and say, go fuck yourself. You are allowed to do that. But he is allowed to fire you for that shit.
So it's not free.
No, it's 100%
You're paying
free.
for it. No, you're paying for it with a consequence.
Through his freedoms.
Through that individual.
It's both of your freedoms working simultaneously? Yes, thank you.
Okay.
This story, Beth, what more can you tell us?
So you're telling me the most dull, boring, annoying, painful shit human beings, politicians, will now be even duller, boringer, and just shitter without alcohol, banter, and fun. This is fucking ridiculous. Workplaces is shit enough without you taking away things like banter. Now, sure, I will say this. Some things have happened in the Australian political landscape over the past few years, which would lead me to assume that a lot of politicians aren't so much as trustworthy, particularly when alcohol's involved. But should everything be banned from everyone as trustworthy? Particularly...
We're like fresh meat inside the...
when alcohol's involved.
Terrible.
But should everything be banned from everyone because of a couple of pieces of shit? I don't think so.
Dan, I don't think any of these were on anyone's bingo card. State government ministers here in New South Wales have been asked to remove the word mate from their language. It has caused absolute uproar, some saying it is PC insanity, some saying it is straight out of the 1984 playbook.
It is.
I'm so curious, though, as to why it's such an issue. When I
because
think
I
of
think it's inclusive. It sounds like a male.
I don't disagree with that, but we've asked our viewers, and they say that yes, yes, mate is occasionally used with females and as a group of mates.
Yeah, amigos. Basically.
But when I think of the word mate, I think of like a close friend.
I'm kind of childish. I think of like a physical friend.
But when he says he uses mate when he forgets people's names and stuff, like I see that as like I would say bud. Hey, what's up, bud?
Oof, I hate that.
Oh, I know. And it makes you feel like I didn't remember your name.
Yeah, it's so demeaning. Jesus Christ. I hated that. Like
what's
that
up,
actually
bud?
like got to me like deep.
Well, I don't call you bud.
No, but it just sucks. Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Or buddy. No, buddy's this. I mean, it's
Buddy's different.
no. Hey, buddy. I would
No,
feel
that's like-
feel even smaller of a
But
person
nobody
if
says
somebody
that
called
to
me
like
buddy.
an adult. I've never.
I
heard
have.
that. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey,
Like you say
buddy.
that to two people, really little.
Sometimes
children
I say it
or
to you.
Really
I'll be
old
like, "Hey,
people.
little buddy," but I'm saying it as a
Yeah,
joke.
it's a joke.
But like I've said,
It's a
buddy to
jest.
hey, buddy.
Like I've said that to old people. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, buddy? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Is
I don't know.
insanity. That's mad. And she's referring to 1984, a novel written by George Orwell, describing a dystopian future where the government controls everything, tells you where you
Hate
can
that
go,
word,
where you
buddy,
can't go.
Jesus.
I think it's being renamed to
Bro, you need to stop hitting buttons.
re-dipping it in a cold jar of Vegemite. That
It's okay. Don't move your face. I was just clicking the fucking volume button. I'll get to the same spot. No
I could
worries.
hear it just fine.
things like banter.
No, I know it was a stupid
Banter.
decision on my part.
We are way past this.
Shit.
I know.
State government their language. It is straight out of
It's referring to 1984, a novel written by George Orwell, describing a dystopian future where the government controls everything, tells you where you can go, where you can't go. I think it's being renamed to Western Australia. Suck on that, Mark McGowan, you pig. The truth is, we're seeing more and more examples of governments controlling the words we use, the things we believe, the things we say, and the things we put out there on social media and the internet and whatnot. I mean, in America right now, if you want to see a really great example of things that are described in books like 1984, then look no further than what Biden's government is doing right now in America.
Oh
the
my.
Disinformation Governance Board, or Biden's Ministry of Truth. A group of people that decide what the truth is and what people can hear and can't hear. In Australia, there's something similar happening called the E-Safety Commission.
How do you feel about that?
I've never heard of that. I'm not going to lie to you.
Which is one lady who decides what can and can't be on the internet. That sounds fair. But anyway, the question remains, why is mate offensive?
Now, this advice was given as part of training sessions that took place this week as part of a review into bullying and harassment by the former Sex Discrimination Commissioner. As you mentioned just then, the other suggestions include no
sex
drinking in the
discrimination.
office space, no yelling at staff.
No drinking in the office space?
Stupid.
That's dumb. In America, you can drink while driving. You can drink while working. You can shoot people.
I mean, you can. Again,
It's all against the law, though.
Consequences.
But, I mean, you can do it.
well, it depends on what you do for a living. I'm sure somebody out there can drink.
Yeah, some cops can shoot people.
You're so dumb.
Oh, America.
and when inviting people out for lunch or after work drinks, to make sure you include everyone.
It is nice to include everyone.
You got to make sure you bring a piece of candy for everybody.
You don't want to upset people, but in saying that, sometimes, and I've worked in workplaces like this, you would rather slam your scrotum in a car door than invite Janine from accounts because she is a fucking painful piece of shit. She's a big, dirty, scaly old beast, and I am not inviting her to the Christmas party. Fuck you, Janine. As for the no drinking thing, I saw.
There's a lady Janine somewhere watching this.
Individuals
Damn, is that why I didn't get invited to the party?
Maybe you shouldn't be on the piss every night. But also, a couple of drinks, who gives a shit, right? If you can drive the car with 2 drinks under your belt, I'm sure you can run the country. As for the no yelling thing, have you ever been to a workplace, you fucking weird fucks, whoever came up with this shit? I tell you where the workplace commission needs to spend a bit of time, rather than looking after the politicians with yelling and shit, go and spend some time with some men and women in retail.
Okay, so both of us work in retail, and I'd like to just say that this morning's morning meeting
was awesome. He kind of instigated it.
So we've got 2 people in this meeting just fucking yelling at each other, screaming at each other. They're both salespeople. John, so we've got this guy named John, the salesperson. We've got Fez, the salesperson. And then we've got all the managers that sit up front. I manage a different department from sales. And so I'm supposed to be looked at as like a mediator, right?
Yeah.
And so these salespeople are going at it, and they're getting pissed.
They're just cut
like they're cutthroat, bro. Did you hear?
Yeah.
James told Justin, he was like, "You were dishonorably discharged from the military, you little bitch," and all this kind of. I'm like, oh god, it just hit him in the heart.
No. They're going like hard.
They're yelling and screaming at each other.
They're going at like a relationship level.
Yes,
of, like digging deep into like their souls.
Yes, no, they were hitting each other deep. And again, I'm in a management position where I'm supposed to be like, calm down, guys, let's hold this peacefully. And I'm fucking beating on my desk. I'm like, get it, motherfuckers. I had my Red Bull can in my hand and I squeezed it and I was like, get his ass. And I'm instigating the shit out of this. And my other manager, the sales manager, he's looking over at me like shaking his head. And I'm like, look, it's a Monday morning. We're having a good day.
Yeah.
Like,
I was actually having a great day.
All right, let's fucking kill it. Like, let these guys yell it out and let's have a fantastic day.
I mean, and then it's funny. So apparently they hug it off and they're good and they move on. But throughout the day, we're like all hanging around, huddling up.
Was there more animosity?
No, but it was so like
awkward.
No, they would still talk shit, but it would be to the point where it wasn't like both of them were just like, fuck it. You're going to be a dick. I'm going to be a dick.
Right.
Like he was like, you're so fucking soft-skinned. I was like, what
the? James was saying it to Justin. Yeah, Justin's a little soft.
He's like, bullshit, I'm not soft-skinned.
Yeah, no, Justin's a little softy.
He's fucking tiny. He's like talking about his height. I was like, holy crap,
yeah,
dude.
bro, but I'm up there just instigating the shit out of it. I enjoyed it.
Go and save those poor bastards who are being bullied every day and screamed at by Susie, who's a 2IC and finally has a tiny little bit of power in her life and thinks she runs the fucking world. Fucking shout out to those who work in retail. You poor fucks. I've done it before and it sucks all the dicks in the world. So
yeah, it does.
According to news.com.au, 2.5-hour modules were run by an external diversity and inclusion consultant. Now that sounds like a fun job, and I can only imagine after that 2.5 hours you would want to jump off Sydney Harbour Bridge. Luckily for us, the taxpayer, it was a good investment because these cost $202,000. Wow. The sessions were aimed at fostering inclusive leadership, unconscious bias, mindful inclusion, gender equality, and cultural inclusion. I'll tell you what, I will host the next session. I'll do it for $150K, save you $52,000, all right? And what I'll tell everyone in that room, I'll say this, okay? Don't rape anyone on your staff, don't sexually assault anyone on your staff, and don't be a complete asshole, all right? They are the rules. Now fucking go out there and change things, actually do things for the community, like improve the hospital systems, so you don't have to be an old lady waiting for an ambulance for 5.5 hours, which just happened to my grandma. How about you sort that out, New South Wales government, instead of worrying about what people are saying in the fucking workplace in regards to the word mate, or fix the mental health system or the aged care system or the roads or whatever, just do anything else. But there's still no reason why mate should be banned. I mean, in 2012, it was also banned. G'day mate was banned for health workers because it was unprofessional. Okay. In 2005, it was banned by federal parliament for security officers. It was seen as a sex and...
Parliament mate ban makes international silly list.
Term and somehow derogatory towards women. There are actually a couple other words that were banned on that list. Failure, telling someone they had failed was banned. They preferred the term deferred success.
Let's just give a fucking trophy
anyway,
out to everybody.
That whole ban lasted 24 hours. You know what? Maybe mate is unprofessional. Maybe it's even sexist. But I'll tell you what I'll do. If I'm elected Prime Minister, Buttsman for PM, all right? There's a reason there's 35,000 signatures on that petition.
He does his beard up so much for pictures.
That's dope. Buttsman for PM.
Right? It's not just the amazing merch, like this amazing shirt I'm wearing right now, or the Make Dicks Stink Great Again hats that are coming out next week. If I'm elected Prime Minister, which I think I will be, I will ban the word mate, but I'll replace it with a better word. I'll replace it with something far more Australian. G'day, no worries, too easy, see ya, how you doing? All right, that is a far better word to use in Parliament. Why? Because it describes politicians perfectly. They are all cunts. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker.
It did not even...
Toodaloo, au revoir, bye-bye.
That's great. All right, so I can see mate being viewed as sexist.
I cannot.
I can, because the only reason, and that was my initial question to the viewers, when I originally started saying "g'day," I would say "g'day, mates," and then I stopped saying it.
Do you find it sexist to say, "Hey, what's up, guys"?
I don't. So that's where I'm coming from. Like, I can see where someone would consider it that way. That's why I stopped saying "g'day, mates." My name's Miles, and I started saying "g'day, guys," which is again
literally masculine.
The same thing. Completely agree, but at least in our culture, saying "hey guys" is normal. I'm not in Australia. I don't know how "g'day, mates" is perceived, so I quit doing it. But from what you guys have said in our comment section, mates is not derogatory in any way. Now, we can be completely wrong. Let us know in the comments. It's not an argument, it's a discussion. I would like to personally know who does disagree with this or who does agree with this.
Yeah, what? No, I'm just kidding.
And if someone disagrees with the word mate and you want to let us know in the comments, whoever does not agree with that person, don't attack them. I would like to have a discussion in the comments. We don't do that very often.
Nope. We get comments, but we do not get discussion.
Yeah, and we don't entertain aggressive discussions because we don't like that. We like everybody getting along. So let's have good discussions in the comments. Let's know what you feel about the word mate. Also, if you're still watching, I need somebody to give me a word. What's a word that you want them to spell? Hat. Spell hat, but spell it completely incorrectly.
3 letters, not very.
It's super fucked up to try and fuck it up. So I'm just saying, somebody spell hat incorrectly, we might pin your comment. Yeah, give it a shot, just like America does.
Yeah. So, guys, with that being said, no, I'm just kidding. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see our future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. If you want to support us directly, hit that. If you want to support us directly, hit that join button.
And with that being said, my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace
out.